चलिए LR का दूसरा क्वेश्चन कर लेते हैं। तो यहाँ पे जो दिया गया है, यहाँ पे बोला गया है कि the schematic diagram below shows 12 rectangular houses in a housing complex. House numbers are mentioned in the rectangles representing the houses. The houses are located in 6 columns, column A through column F. Okay, so from A to F, and 2 rows 1 and 2. Now the houses are divided into two blocks, X and XX and YY. Diagram also shows two roads, one passage in front of the houses in row 2 and the another between the two blocks. Okay, so there are this and this. So there are only two ways that the roads are built. Okay, now there are some of the houses are occupied, the remaining ones are vacant and are only ones available for sales. The road adjacency values of a house is the number of its sides adjacent to a road. For example, the road adjacency value of C2, F2 and Beaver are 2, 1 and 0 respectively. Okay, so yeah, basically how many possibilities are there? Either there are no roads, so 0, so no road adjacency, right, value. So no road means 0. So one way the road is available, so 1, and in this side, so this is also available, this is also available, in that case it's 2, so that becomes road adjacency values. The neighbor count of a house is the neighbor of the sites that houses adjacent to occupied houses in the same block. For example, E1 and C1 can have the maximum possible neighbor count of 3. Okay, so yeah, A1 can have, this is the neighbor, there is the neighbor, and C1 can have, here is a neighbor, here is a neighbor, correct? So that means 3 and 2 respectively, right? C1 can have 3 neighbors like this, 3 neighbors, and A1 can have 2 neighbors, right? So now the base price of a vacant house is 10 lakhs, okay? If the house does not have a parking space. Now there is a condition. Without a parking space, the base value is 10, and 12 lakhs if there is a parking space. The quoted price of a vacant house is calculated as base price plus 5 into road adjacency value plus 3 into neighbor count. Okay, now neighbor count means we are talking about the occupancy values, right? So RAB we have got 0, 1, 2. What about the neighbor count? So we have seen 0 neighbor is possible and maximum 3 neighbors are possible, right, from 0 to 3. So neighbor count, 0 neighbor, 1 neighbor, 2 neighbor and 3 neighbor. So these are the road adjacent value and neighbor count. It is depending on the occupancy. So here the formula for the valuation is given as the quoted price of a vacant house is calculated as the base price plus 5 into road adjacent value plus 3 into neighbor count. Okay, so that will give you the quote price. Okay, now what are the information given? The maximum quoted price of a house in block XX is 24 lakhs. That is the maximum value. So the minimum quoted price of a house in YY is 15 lakhs, and one such house is column E. Okay, so that means it is given that in column E, both of them are available for sales, because obviously quoted price is given for the vacant houses. So that means these are available for sale. Okay, second one, also here the maximum value is 24 lakhs for this one. Now maximum value will be there with the parking space as well as the adjacent road values, etc., right? So we can find out the quoted price by using these numbers, and by mix and match, trial and error, we can find out the combination which will yield us 24 lakhs. That is the maximum value for block XX apartment. Next, now row 1 has 2 occupied houses, one in each block. Okay, so that can be either this is occupied, this is vacant, but it can be anything. We need to just remember the information. We cannot actually show it here. So while answering the MCQs, we need to remember this. Now both houses in column E are vacant, so for sale, right? Each of column D and column N has at least one occupied house. So again, this is right. If this is occupied, the other one is for sale. So this is occupied, then this is for sale, and if this is for sale, then this is for occupied. Similarly, if this is for occupied, this is for sale, this is for sale, this is for occupied. So we don't know which one is what, but yeah, that's how it is. And the fourth one is here. There is only one house with parking space in block YY. and the one with the parking space has 12 lakhs quoted price as it is given. Okay, so that is our question. So now we have to go through the questions to answers. Okay, so it is given how many houses are vacant in block XX. Okay, so we know that two are for sale, and apart from that so this is occupied, this is occupied, so there are possibility of three houses which are vacant, that means available for sale. Okay, next, which of the following house is definitely occupied? D2, A1, B1, F2. Okay, so here we don't know about the definitely occupied. A1 is not occupied, it's vacant. Okay, what else? Next, we have to check for D2. So D2 can be occupied, cannot be, or may not be occupied. That is what is given there, correct? Yeah. So we are not sure about this part. And what about, so we will strike it off. Next is B1 and F2. Here also not sure, so strike it off. So this is the answer. Next, which of the following options best describes the number of vacant houses in row 2? Row 2. Second row, right? This is for sale, so one for sure. So either of this is for sale or vacant. So two for sure, right? And here one is was. So it is either two of them are for sale or three of them are sale. So either two or three. Let's see if there are such options. Yes, so A is the correct answer. And what is the minimum possible quoted price in lakhs for a vacant house in column E? Okay, so that is basically we have to go up, 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 and quoted price. We have to use this formula for the quoted price. QP is equals to BP plus 5 RAB plus NC. So, and for column E, so as you can see, we are talking about this. So, this particular housing do not have roads, adjacent roads. So, road value, no, it has one road value right here. So, 1, right? Okay. And next one is, so with and without parking we have, that is the option we have. So if it is E1, then okay, for E1 I have to calculate this. For E1 the quoted price is how much? So base price I can take as 10 lakhs without the parking, plus 5 into at road adjacent value for this is 0, plus count the neighbor 1 2 3. So what was the formula? 3 into 3. So that becomes 10 plus 9 is equals to 19. That is one possibility. Okay. Next possibility is for E2. Yeah, if I can take 12 here. Now 12 with the parking lot. This is without parking lot. With parking lot 12 plus 9, that is 21. And for E2, we have again without parking lot, that is 2 plus 5 into C 1 RAB value, so 1 plus again 1 2 3 3 neighbors, so 3 into 3, so this is 15 plus 9, which is 24, and again without parking, so 12 plus 5 plus this, so that becomes 12 plus 5 is 17 plus 9, that becomes 26, right? So let me just check it if it is correct. Yes, so that means out of these possibilities, the question reads what exactly? So these are the possibilities. So what is the maximum possible quoted price? Okay. Yeah, so um, it's 21. It's 21, right? So we've calculated. So the maximum possibility is 21.